Hey everybody! In this video I'm going to show you how you can build in your starting zone. For the build I'm going to be using the Yardwork large terrace, 3 builder stone floors, 1 Yardwork small terrace, a gourmet dessert plate, builder stone crate, and a bunch of builder stone pillars. I also have my prism fish plush. I'm going to be doing some cancellation. So when you see this pop out of my inventory, you'll know that I've canceled something. I'm going to start with placing this right on a grid space here. I also have the whole plot open. I definitely recommend doing this when your plot's wide open. It takes up a lot of space. I'm going to then place these 3 here, and I do this on the floor here because if I try to do it on top of here, it'll like do wacky things. So I just do it here instead. And so once I have a 3 stack, then I move the stack on top of this. And then I place the gourmet bowl, gourmet plate here. It really can be anywhere. Doesn't really matter where. So when I grab this, I'm going to bring it out pretty far. In fact, I'm actually going to place this here so you can see about where the distance needs to be. Doesn't need to be exact. I'm going to place some pillars to get my markings. I'm doing it on the grid lines, the main grid lines. Just easier to keep track of things if they're on grid lines. And I'm going to grab the dessert plate, bring it out here, and keep it lined up with the pillars about right here, in the very intersection of these grid lines, and then cancel the placement. Then I'm going to take the Yardwork small terrace, and I'm going to put a pillar on top, doesn't matter where, but I'm going to aim for the pillar and group select, so this is Alt left click. Now I want to place this on top of the plate, and the easiest way to do that is to look at the grid lines. You can see I want to be on this grid line here, and I'm just going to hold shift to keep it in line, and then I'm going to move it until you see something's in the way, and that's how you know you're close. And it's going to raise up a bit. And I'm looking at the grid lines on both directions, and then I'm going to place it. Pick that back up, take the base here and place it back. This brings the plate back, and the Yardwork terrace is now sunk below the ground. If I put it here, you won't see it anymore. And the reason why I do this is because this is something the Yardwork terrace, or the large Yardwork terrace, can go on. So the Yardwork terrace goes on top of the smaller terrace. Doesn't need to be exact, just on top of it. Grab the dessert plate, and I can bring this out over here and see the yellow lines of where the Yardwork terrace is underground. Place it about there. And now the Yardwork terrace is underground, but you can't see it. But it's close enough to the surface to allow me to place something on the ground. Now the reason why I use a gourmet dessert plate is because they're very easy to hide. I can just put a flower there and boom, it's just, you don't even notice it's there. Now you don't need to use a desert plate. I use it just because it's easy to hide. If you already have like pavers in the front of your plot, you can do the same exact thing with pavers. You just might need to adjust the initial stack size because the paver will be slightly taller than the desert plate. One more thing to be aware of are spawn points. If you're building out here, you want to know where people are actually going to be spawning in. Now if I go to a different plot with the same exact landscape and then come back, you'll see I spawned right here. But if I go to a landscape that's different, I'll get the loading screen, of course, and I come back, I will spawn in a completely different position. As you can see, I'm no longer at that spot. Now this second one is the spot that people will spawn in when they are coming to your plot as a visitor or touring. So don't confuse this spot with this spot when you're building, otherwise someone might load into your plot inside of something or even get stuck. As always, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.